The World Trade Organization talks ended deadlocked early on March 30th as Brazil blocked a bid by the US and other countries to extend a moratorium on customs duties for electronic transmissions, dealing a fresh blow to the embattled trade body. WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala said the e-commerce moratorium had expired, meaning countries could apply duties on electronic goods such as digital downloads and streaming. The WTO has been struggling to remain relevant as countries increasingly work around it.
World Trade Organization talks in Yaounde ended without agreement on the core issues of reform, agriculture and the renewal of a global ban on custom duties for e-commerce after deep divisions blocked a deal. Among the setbacks, global trade ministers failed to extend the long-running moratorium under which WTO members refrain from applying levies on cross-border digital transmissions, a blow for developed countries and for Washington in particular.
So we're negotiating the extension of the e-commerce moratorium. And that, again, that's when we ran out of time, but making very good progress with some important proposals, options on the table. And I think we just need to continue the work so we can get the last few members together around a landing zone, as we call it in our trade negotiations. And we think that can be achieved if we gave it more time.
4 days of intense negotiations in Cameroonian capital had been scheduled to conclude around midday Sunday. But the closing ceremony was repeatedly delayed as countries scrambled to reach some kind of agreement. Early Sunday, bleary-eyed negotiators had emerged from an all-night session with a draft text in hand, indicating a minimal deal on reforms was in reach, according to diplomatic sources and experts. That prospect evaporated when Brazil made a last-minute intervention, blocking a text on the e-commerce moratorium to protest the lack of progress in separate talks on agriculture.
This e-commerce moratorium, if it is not extended, I think that could cause huge disruption in this rapidly exploding digital trade. And then I think this is a good occasion by which to remind people the importance of this WTO and this multilateral trading rules and the system. So I think this was very productive, the ministerial conference.
The 166-member WTO has been trying for years to establish a program of work for negotiations on agriculture, but the issue remains highly sensitive in many countries. Going into Yaounde, countries had set the bar low, only hoping to issue a joint declaration aiming at laying the groundwork for future negotiations. The main focus of the discussions in Yaounde, which took place against a backdrop of heightened trade tensions and global economic turmoil linked to the West Asia War, was on reform. Ministers and delegates had been tasked with developing an action plan to revitalize the WTO weakened by geopolitical strains, stalled negotiations and rising protectionism.
It really is an incredibly unprecedented, difficult time. I don't think we've ever seen such a confluence of issues, of happenings, of wars, multiple, across different areas, different regions. We have Ukraine, we have Gaza, we have now the Iran war, the issues now with the Strait of Hormuz and what that is going to mean for international trade. Then, of course, we're adding on to that the challenge to the multilateral rules-based system as a whole, and the fact that the WTO has been, in a sense, almost stymied for at least the last 4 to 5 years. We therefore
The organization, which struggles to reach agreements because of the requirement for consensus, must undergo far-reaching reforms to emerge from a deep crisis that has raised questions over its central role in regulating international trade. The expiration of the moratorium does not automatically trigger tariffs on digital trade, since WTO members can continue to individually choose not to impose customs duties on online goods and services, ranging from e-books and music to telemedicine. Africa Bureau, WION, World is One.